All right, so we have Kitty Moroney in nominations in the Best Student Film category with the film Salvation. Congratulations, Kitty. So thank you
Thank you
for
so
being.
much. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you.
And what made you go into filmmaking, Kitty?
Yeah, good question. I mean, I grew up in theater and doing acting and stuff. But I quickly grew a passion for making awful movies at home and uploading them on YouTube. Um, and I also just absolutely loved going to the movies when I was a kid, and that's all I ever wanted to do was, to go to the cinemas with my parents. And so I realized, I think from quite a young age actually, that I felt very comfortable behind the camera, and I just really wanted to make movies, and I still aspire to provide that escapism for people through film that I had when I was a kid and going to the movies. So yeah, that's definitely what got me into it.
So it's the career that you would choose later as well?
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely the dream that I'm always going to keep pursuing it. So yeah, for sure.
And do you see yourself as a director or something else in the industry?
Ideally, long term, I would love to be a director. Um, I think that that's probably going to take me quite a while though to eventually establish myself as a, you know, acknowledged working director. So until then, I'm just kind of doing whatever I can. I'm doing PAing, assistant directing, and anything really to work my way up, basically.
Okay, that's great. So you're doing a bit of everything now.
Yeah, pretty
And why
much.
did you choose that subject for the film?
Well, I've always been really interested in sci-fi. That's probably my favorite genre of film, and especially the subgenre of kind of dystopian and utopian. And I watched a short film called The Tunnel, and I was heavily inspired by the concept, which looks at um, addressing overpopulation uh, by like depopulation methods without discrimination. And it's a very interesting short film, and I'd absolutely recommend it. And it really kind of got me thinking about how would we, in a world with always so much, I guess, going wrong and so much hate in the world, how would we achieve the perfect state of utopia? Um, and so that's kind of what, yeah, it got me on the path of salvation. But I will say that the original concept is much different to the film because we were actually offered the opportunity to film in virtual production quite later on into production. So when we were offered that opportunity, we revisited the script and we changed pretty much everything. We set it in the future, we included space and AI and all this fun stuff. So it kind of was originally a lot more serious, and it just kind of became a fun little adventure. But at its core, yeah, it's still, um, I guess, questions and looks at the danger of submitting to, I guess, a higher governance and trusting um, government and all that fun sci-fi stuff.
Okay, great. And so you would like to make sci-fi films with messages, like thoughtful
Yeah,
messages?
absolutely. Yeah, I think it's really fun and interesting to kind of, yeah, look at utopia and dystopia and see where we think this world could go. And I think that's really interesting considering AI is now being used in filmmaking. So yeah, it's a very
Yeah, there's
interesting area for me.
a lot of new technology
Mm,
available. And
yeah, absolutely.
did you have to finance the film a bit?
Yeah, so we made Salvation on 3,000 Australian. And that was fundraised through our GoFundMe, and we also put on like a live music fundraiser night, which we had some awesome local musicians play, and a lot of the community came out to support us. And so we definitely wouldn't have been able to raise that money without the help of the community and friends and family who donated.
Okay, nice, because there's a lot of actors and actresses in it, so it must have been a bit costly, I guess. Also for the sets, or
Yeah, no, we were pretty tight for cash, that's for sure. Things like actors, for example, we had some incredible actors that unfortunately we couldn't pay. Um, so most of the budget did go towards art department and um, buying the kind of design features that we needed to build the virtual production world on Unreal Engine. So yeah,
Oh, that's
and
nice. You use
catering.
Unreal. Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool. And can you give us a hint about your upcoming projects?
yeah. So the next project I'm working on, I'm assistant directing, and it's a short horror film set in the harsh Australian bushland. And it is loosely based off the urban myth of the Wendigo that feeds off of the local farmers. So very excited for that one.
Okay, great. And do you have a website where we can follow you?
Yeah, so all of my links to websites and stuff are on my Instagram account, which is at kitstar_m.
Okay.
And that's got all the links to everything. And you can also follow Salvation on Instagram as well at salvation.film.
Okay, great. Awesome. So I'll put the links under the YouTube video. And was it your
Yes, thank
first
you.
film, Kitty?
It was my first film as a director, yes.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations for it again. So it's super nice. So I'm sure that you'll go far. So keep it
Thank
up.
you very much.
And I'll send you the interview later today so you can share it with the world.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. So have a good night in Australia now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.